I want to help midlife women. That's what my client Paula told me on our call. Great, but which midlife women? There are millions of women in midlife, empty nesters, entrepreneurs, career switchers, and more, and each group faces different struggles. Paula finally got specific. She explained, my ideal client is people that have nurtured everyone else their whole lives. They even said, I deserve to be nurtured, and I want to help those people. In other words, women who have always put everyone else first. Children, spouses, aging parents, and now aren't sure how to take care of themselves. That clear description, that's Paula's pond. And in this video, you'll see exactly how Paula went from I want to help midlife women to owning a niche. Heart-centered nurturers who have spent their whole lives caring for others. We'll break that down and that transformation step by step, just like we did with Asaf and Ben earlier. So you can do the same for your business. So stick around and I'll even share a free tool, 8 quick questions to discover your only statement in minutes. Well, too many experts and entrepreneurs make a common mistake. You try to speak to everyone. I help business owners, I help leaders, I help women, and those vague slogans fade into white noise. Even in my Hollywood days, we avoided that trap. For 22 years, I produced hit television shows like 60 Days In, Intervention, Accused, Guilty or Innocent. None of those was for everyone. 60 Days In wasn't pitched to every criminal justice fan. It was for people who wanted to see what really happens inside a jail. Intervention wasn't for everyone interested in addiction. It was for people who wanted to see families fighting for their loved ones. That laser focus is what made those shows unforgettable. You become important to some, not everybody. So now meet Paula. She's a midlife reinvention mentor. She created the Wealth of Wow brand and is building courses for women in their 40s, 50s, and 60s who feel stuck. At first, she said, I want to help midlife women. But there's so many people doing that, right? How do I stand out? This was her words. So many people doing it. How do I stand out? And I told her, you don't stand out by being better. What does even that mean? You stand out by being more specific. And that flipped a switch. So I pressed, which midlife women do you want to help? And this is what Paula said. I want to help women who have nurtured everyone else their whole lives, women who have poured love into everyone around them, but don't know how to pour it back into themselves. Boom. That's her pond. In other words, Paula's audience is not just any midlife women, but heart-centered nurturers who spent decades caring for others and now need to care for themselves. So I asked her, what do these women need? She nailed it. They need permission to take care of themselves. They need to reclaim their joy, confidence, and purpose. They need to pour back the love they've so generously given to others. This became her new message. So instead of find yourself or reinvent your career, Paula now speaks to women who simply want to feel like themselves again. Women who want the green light to stop feeling guilty for loving themselves. That is a very specific message for a very specific audience. And the only framework, N, stands for narrow your focus. It's not about throwing out parts of your skills. It's about owning the intersection of who you are and who you serve. For Paula, it means going beyond midlife women to their psychographics, heart-centered nurturers who lead with love, who take care of everyone, but lost themselves, and now deserve care and confidence. By narrowing her focus to that psychographic profile, values, beliefs, pain points, Paula goes from general to specific. Specific is unforgettable. General is invisible. When you try to help everyone, you risk being important to no one. But when you narrow your focus, when you define your pond, you become the only choice for that group. Remember Asaf's story? He became the shark in a pond of Albany landlords. In Ben's story, he found his niche in ministering to engaged couples with money struggles. All three stopped competing with strangers and started dominating their own ponds. Don't try to help all midlife women. Help the ones who are heart-centered nurturers. Then you stop competing and start dominating that niche. So do you want to find your pond? Well, go to findyouronly.app. That's findyouronly.app. It's a quick 5 to 8 minute quiz. Actually, it's under 8 minutes. It's not really a quiz. You get questions and you answer them. The more you give me, the more you're going to get in return. These questions are going to uncover your only statement. And then at the end, you're going to have an opportunity to book a free 15-minute call with me. Now, this call is only going to happen for a little bit. I'm shutting it off. We've got some big things in plan. So while I offer it, book a free 15-minute call with me. And we're going to do with you what we did with Paula. You'll get a custom deliverable outlining your unique positioning. Spots have been filling up fast, like really fast. It's not like, go to the calendar invite, you'll see. So get yourself on my calendar and don't wait. So you can discover your only statement and you can be the $2 bill. The only, not the best. Remember, specific is unforgettable. General is invisible. Narrow your focus and watch everything change. Be the only. Be the $2 bill.